Today I'm outside of Fairbanks, Alaska, on the side of Highway 3 up above us, and we have a couple objectives today. The first one is I'm heading down this mountain to see an abandoned gold dredge. After that gold dredge, we have 2 old mine operations we're going to be checking out. They're just old gold mines on the side of Highway 3. After that, I don't even know, maybe we'll see the old pipeline, whatever. But I was on the side of this overlooking, and I noticed that giant stacked pipe. And I looked further, and there's some old remnants. So we're going to go check out those remnants right now, see what we can find of them, and then just get into the episode. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be jam-packed. You're going to want to stay tuned. Let's go. Oh, I think this was somebody's old house. It's super neat, though, and look at the size of that fireplace. Now it just has a lot of graffiti, and I found this by accident, like I said, because I was just looking over this overlook and seen it. I love seeing this massive fireplace. Oh, no way. It keeps going. So there's these old stairs that are super, super rotted. And I wonder, maybe it was like a hiking trail or something, because I don't know if there's anything else out here. Like a ski boot. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else down here. With this being on the hillside and so close to town, I wonder if this was some sort of ski area. Maybe it was like a ski resort. Well, this was super cool. We're gonna get going in a second. There's also this incline right here. A bunch of benches, maybe to wait for the ski lift. I jumped back on Highway 6 just to notice this piece of wood sticking out. And that made me find another discovery, which is another building, not even that far from the first one. So now we're gonna take this trail and get to that building. Oh, no way, this confirms it. It was a ski resort. So it would have gone right down the mountain right here. This is where the ski resort was. Look how overgrown it already is. It's just insane to me to see how fast these places get overgrown in Alaska. This trail, I don't know where it keeps going. But look at that. It's all knocked over now. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. That's a no-go. Alright, this wood is super slippery. And then to the right, you could see somebody tried burning this place up for some reason. I wonder what made them decide to do that. They obviously failed, but they tried. This is a really cool spot though, and it just shows you just gotta keep your eyes open, and little visual cues will give you clues, and following those will bring you to some really unexpected spots. Apparently this gold dredge we're going to check out now is not as extreme as it used to be. Unfortunately, somebody burnt it down a couple years ago, and now it's just a remnants and kind of like the structure of it that remains. Unfortunate. But we're still going to it. Should be right up ahead. So we got the van parked, and now we're gonna try and hike out to this gold dredge. It should be right in these woods. There it is, straight ahead. Now we just got to figure out how to get around all these ponds so we could actually climb onto it. But that's it, and there's 2 roads. One going right, and then another road veering left. Oh, check that out. An old building. Bunch of piping, This was probably a storage unit. Yeah, there's really nothing inside, but they would have stored oils and liquids in here, and a lot of tools. I spotted to the side there's a ladder going up. Maybe we could go up inside of it. It's just so huge, and if you guys remember, I seen a gold dredge in Idaho before. It wasn't abandoned like this, so I didn't go up inside. But this one's all abandoned, so we could go explore it. It's been super vandalized, and then somebody set fire to it. But we could still get inside. The water right now is unusually high for this time of year, so I was a little bit worried that we wouldn't actually be able to access it. But we still can. We made it onto the gold dredge. Yo, I just don't want to fall through, but this is just all rotted away. Oh, that was the old access way. They would have put that down for the workers to come up. I wonder how you get up to the next level. That's what I'm trying to scope out right now. We made it to the other side. And that was all a belt system too. Would have had it right on top to bring all the materials down. And then it looks like they shoved a lot on this artificial island. But this is where they were dredging. Right into this pond area. This is really insane though. Look at all these chutes as well. So that goes up to this other level. But I don't see how you get to it. I don't even know if there's a way up anymore. I found the stairs to go up, but they don't lead anywhere anymore. They're all dislocated. But there's that. And then here's the other ones that connected. But unfortunately, you just can't do it. I mean, there's really nothing up there anyway, but still. Yeah, look at all these hanging down. It's all rusted away too. This is super sketchy. So before the fire burnt this place up, this was all enclosed. Once the fire happened, that's when you couldn't go up anymore. It got all ruined, which freaking sucks. That would have been so cool to see this place when it was all enclosed. All of this, where you see these huge pillars, was inside. What do you guys think? Should we do it? Climb the ladder of doom? Alright, we got more stuff to see today, so let's get down and keep going. There really isn't anything on that second level, so that's where the ladder is, and even if you did make it up, this whole second level is now collapsing down. In a third level, well, it doesn't even exist since the fire, the floor is all gone. So it's all ruined. The Chattanooga Gold Dredge was built in 1927 during the peak of industrial gold mining in Alaska. It was designed to process massive amounts of material, using a continuous chain of steel buckets to dig into the creek bed, feeding material into the machine. Inside, the material was washed and sorted, allowing gold to be separated from everything else. At full capacity, dredges like this could operate nearly non-stop, processing thousands of cubic yards of material every day, while slowly moving across the landscape.
Operations like this continued for decades, but by the mid-1900s, rising costs and low gold prices led to their decline. Eventually, the dredge was shut down and left behind. After walking through it, seeing how massive it really is up close, it's hard to imagine this entire machine once moving, digging and running day and night. Now it just sits abandoned, nearly a century later, slowly falling apart in the Alaskan wilderness.
I'm now going to hike back to the vehicle and go check out the McCarty and Hiyu mine operations. They're about 2 miles apart from each other. We finished up the gold dredge, which was a freaking awesome explorer. I've never actually been on one before. And this one being in such bad condition, it just marks for our next one is going to be even better, because I know I'm going to explore more of them and just keep checking these places out, one place after another. So let's go check these mines out and keep on. Straight this way is the mine I'm trying to get to. First, the McCarty, and it's super overgrown, as you could see. And this is pretty common in Alaska, where once a road becomes abandoned, like there's no way to get there. You just gotta bushwhack the entire way. It's just crazy. We're just gonna have to walk through this. It's gonna suck, but gotta do it. So the good news is, when a place is so overgrown like this, it means it doesn't receive a lot of visitors, which means not a lot of vandalism or not a lot of people around. Now I do see a building down there, so I think we're getting up to this mine. Oh, no way. This was one of the mine buildings. It all burnt down. This would have been storage in a workshop. It was a pretty big mine though, so it wasn't just some small proprietorship. So what I seen on my drone, there were 3 buildings out here. This would be the second one. Oh, a glass. Look at it. It's all smashed up now. Yeah, this place has been trashed. There's nothing left. And it's so old too. All these winters have been rough on it. Some mine operations are like this, where when they abandon it, everything's been taken out. They don't leave anything. And in others, everything's all left behind. This one's just been trashed. I love seeing all the growth just growing onto ground. Alright, I'm gonna keep exploring, find this third building now. It's just a small cabin. All tucked off. I didn't see this one coming up. Oh, I think this was the ore bin. We'll get down to the bottom right now. Oh, this is all caved in. Yeah, this was the mill. So there's the ore bin above it, and then the rest of the mill workings right here. And it's all been caved in now. So this was the bottom level where they would have had the trucks right down there. A work table here. And then the rest of it's up here. Fairbanks. Morse 8 Nissan stamp. Yeah, this is all rotted away. So these were the stamps. Right, there's the Orban, the 2 chutes coming out to the stamps. An access way. Still has the gate on it, check that out. And the rope to pull it down and back. An old quower and then a couple other pieces of trash. Looking up is the old cabin. This was it, the bunkhouse. Had a bed platform. Just going into one of the bedrooms. Wonder what this was about. Hey, check the photo out. Autumn in the Rockies, NRA Golden Eagles. Here's the kitchen, got a Bud Light. Tipped over table. You know, this actually isn't that old. It says May 25th, 2018 is when this went expired. I found the waste rock, which means the mine's gonna be right up above this. This is all that waste rock. And then the building we've seen, the first one, right in the distance. It's a pretty sick overview. So that's the mine adit over there. And then the workshop in front of it. Roof's all caved in. Oh, no way. Another room over there. Here was the winch. I wonder if there's an incline shaft. That's the reason for this pulley system. Bunch of old shelving. Max steam pressure, 50 pounds. Just an empty room. The whole building shifted. I wonder if that's from the permafrost. I know that is kind of common around here, especially at these old mines. But this whole thing is gone. Like, look, there's even a root growing on top of the flooring now. That's how decayed this spot is. So that was the head frame. It was an incline shaft going into there, now filled in. I'm gonna hike back to the van now and go to our next mine, which is the High U mine. But it was such a cool spot over here. A pain to get out, but freaking cool anyway. Look at the size of the stack. Hiking back, I found this huge boiler in the woods. So this is the road we gotta take. So I'm gonna pull off here and hike it. It's only 1 mile up this road. If this is actually private property or not, I don't know, but unfortunately, we're just gonna have to turn back around and attempt this another time. Something you'll see with a lot of vehicles around here is they have these plugins on the front, and that basically comes out, and it's so that the engine oil and the fluids don't freeze. Essentially, there's a heater in here, and that's what that is. Right up ahead is the Snow Freighter VC-22, which is really a awesome piece of history. I'm not gonna go over it or really explore it just because it's been filmed so many times. We actually missed it, we gotta go back. A ton of YouTube videos have covered the history and everything, and people have come out to see it, but the Snow Freighter is gonna be right up here. It's like way tucked in these woods. Right there, that's it. That's the Snow Freighter. Yeah, can't see much of it, but got a creek running through, but I'm now at the Alyeska pipeline, and this is the above ground, but right over there, it actually goes below ground, and most of this runs below ground by the highway. Once you get out into the wilderness, it's back above ground like this. I assume maybe this is what it looks like inside. The pigs in the pipeline. Device is called Pigs to improve the flow of oil through the Trans-Alaska Pipeline and monitor its condition. Yeah, check this out. That's how it looks inside. That's freaking cool. Retired pigs. So that's what they used to look like. So this is an old version of that. This is what they used to look like before they switched to that version. Which this one looks like it's all metal, while the new ones are plastic. Please don't climb on pipeline. It's difficult to maintain your footing on these surfaces. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's actually gonna climb on that. That'd be freaking crazy. So I'm trying to get down to the river right now, because that was another objective I had. And this is the only road I could find that kind of goes down to it, except even it doesn't really go down. Now I see a road going off to the left that's all blocked off. Maybe I could take that to get down, and then to the right of me, that's a junkyard. I don't see anything that says no trespassing. All I see is no dumping, which makes me assume I should be able to go down to the river. Maybe. So this is the Tanana River that goes right through Fairbanks. Looks like it's the end of the road. And what I found right now is known as Southside Sally's, which is all closed off now. But before you could come up on this road, looks like people would have fires and kind of hang out by the river. This looks like it was once a homeless camp, and it got burned out. Oh yeah, this whole area, there's back roads. But inside of these woods is a bunch of homeless camps, and I noticed that when I was walking up here. And there's just a couple hidden tents. where people are living now. But here is the river. Oh, it's flowing fast. Look at that.